Hey everyone, this is Sovhiel with another retrospective gameplay. This game I'm playing Axe. Axe is a hero that I'm not super familiar with. This is my second time playing him,
Prepare
I
for
think.
battle.
But he is a very good jungler, and that's what I'm trying to do this game. When you decide to jungle, it's important that you make sure your other lanes are still strong. You can see I'm checking Puck here. That's because I'm talking with him and seeing, hey, would it be okay if you solo the long lane? And then Tiny gets mid, and then we have a very strong save lane in terms of Zeus and Venomancer. You can see I'm getting some really good jungling items. Stout Shield keeps the blocks a lot of the incoming damage, and then eventually you're going to turn the Ring of Protection into Tranquil Boots, which are also very good in terms of jungling because you can use the Tranquil Boots while you're jungling, while you're getting hit by creeps, and it's like a free salve while you're sitting there in the jungle. And of course, Counter Helix. If you don't know what Counter Helix does, whenever he gets hit, he has a chance to do an AOE damage, basically. And so, obviously, as a jungler, you want to make sure you do this first. Am I focused on Tiny? Yeah.
The battle begins.
So first thing I do, obviously, no creeps spawn. When you're jungling, no creeps spawn until the 30-second mark. So what you can do in the beginning is say where the rune is. I say that it's top. We don't have any runes, or we don't have any wards. Unfortunately, Shadow Shaman gets the rune. But I'm just kind of waiting around for the creep camps to spawn. I could be checking out the other lanes. That's, of course, something nice you can do as a jungler, is that it's a pretty mindless task. You can just kind of sit in front of camps, especially as Axe. I mean, it's not even an activated ability. You just basically stand in front of creeps and right-click them. I'm a little bit late to my camp here, which is also a mistake. When you're jungling, there's no interference from other players unless they roam on you. So it's really important that you maximize your time usage, because the only thing that's going to hold you back from getting appropriate farm, and here I try and pull the wave, because I know I'm not going to kill it in time. I don't think I do it successfully, which really screws up my first jungling, because that means I have to go to a harder camp. Yeah, I didn't do it right. Definitely waited too long, kind of lost track of the spawn timer, and see those like extra seconds that I took to get to the camp really screwed me over, because I might have been able to kill those in time and then just gone right back into it, or I might have been able to stack a medium camp instead of wasting my time there trying and failing to stack a camp. So now I have to do this medium camp, and it's a lot harder. I take damage a lot faster. Don't even think I'm gonna be able to manage to do it. We get first blood bottom. Away the trade. A neat thing you can also do is I bought tangos here instead of a salve. Tangos are better because you can actually use them also while you're jungling, while you're getting hit by creeps. So you can be regenning while you're taking damage, which is a really good use of. Here I'm checking the rune again. I really should have checked. Once again, it's top, so my efforts are kind of wasted, but I really should have checked if Puck had gotten a bottle yet, because then it would matter, but it doesn't end up mattering. See, there you go, I use the Tango while I'm fighting these creeps. I don't necessarily need it because they're just small creeps. And so I decided to get Battle Hunger here. I don't know if Battle Hunger was the best choice. You might even want to get stats first, because Battle Hunger, you're not really going to use it on creeps. You could use it on creeps to kind of work them down a little bit, and you can see I still can't fight these creeps yet, really. I really need my Tranquil Boost to do much.
Middle tower is under attack.
So I just decided to kind of run away, chicken out. I do screw up my jungling a little bit at the start here. What you should really do as Axe, or like another AoE jungler like Darkseer, is you should make sure that you get as much HP regen as possible, and then you, especially with Axe, who like gets more counter helixes the more things that are attacking him at once. And you should also, you see I'm switching targets here to make sure that I can get as much counter helix damage spread around as possible. If you just auto attack the same guy over and over, then eventually you're going to get attacked by less things at once, which is normally what you want as a jungler, but as Axe you want to get attacked by more things, because then you get more counter helixes, and you get more damage over time. And here I decided to go back to base for some reason. I guess I wasn't confident that I could... Oh, and the courier was being... Oh, we didn't buy a courier, that's why. Once again, this bottom lane, the Venomancer Zeus, those are my two friends, and neither of them knew to buy a courier at the beginning, because you can't buy it. You can only buy a base, which is a problem. So I had to go all the way back, because it's a shorter trip for me anyway, and I was a little bit damaged, and I wasn't making good headway with the creep camps anyway. But I definitely screwed up my jungling early, and this did not help at all. So if you're playing support, please buy the courier at the beginning. It helps so much. It helps at mid. It helps the jungler. It helps everyone. And you, as the support, you don't have to go back later and then buy the courier. I remember I had to do that one game when I was still really new. I didn't buy the courier first, so I had to walk all the way back to base when I had enough money, buy the courier. I actually screwed up a couple times. I screwed up buying it. I ended up buying flying courier first, I think, and then I ended up, I don't know. It was ridiculous. I had no idea what I was doing. But anyway, back to the skill build. So, counter helix is obviously what you want to skill most when you're jungling like this. Counter helix is the main way you're going to farm the jungle really effectively. Other than that, you can go a lot of different ways. Berserker's Call has, what's the cooldown? I'm pretty sure it's like 30 seconds. It's 10 seconds. So that could be a nice way to stop incoming damage and farm harder creep camps faster, because you get the bonus armor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
But it's not
attack.
really necessary. You could put 1 point into it. What you really want Berserker's Call for is later, making sure your supports and the people you don't want to get focused are protected, and you're the one who's focused. Yeah, you can see even these wildcats are chipping me down, but thankfully counter helix is proccing a decent amount, so I might have to go back to base after this as soon as I get my boots. Oh, run away! Run away! He almost kills me. Yeah, I run back to base, but now I almost have enough for my Tranka boots. Oh, it's a shame I have to go back without killing that guy. And yeah, I'm just checking why Death Prophet's so deep in our lane. But Puck did get a kill there, I
Radiant's top
think.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, Puck killed Lycan. So definitely worth it, even to have that Death Prophet kind of sitting behind our lines when Puck got a kill and didn't die. Just have enough for Tranka boots. Thank God. Tranka boots are really gonna kind of save my jungling here.
Double damage!
So like I said, you can use them while you're being hit by creeps. So anyway, why you want Battle Hunger? Battle Hunger's been buffed a couple times, and it's actually a really...
Killing spree.
We're losing bottom. The shame about losing bottom is that, yeah, that was a roam. That was 3-on-2. But at the same time, it's 2 pretty hard carries. I try and pull them again and fail. Ugh. It's kind of bad watching this jungling, but it is my second time playing Axe Jungle. Not that it's very difficult to play Axe Jungle, but I really should have watched my timers better and pulled those camps better. Because pulled camps are really, especially pulling the small camp, pulling that easy camp, is a great way for Axe to get quick levels, because he can just destroy those small camps when it's stacked, instead of just going back,
Radiant's
killing a
bottom
small
tower
one,
is under attack.
and then killing a small camp, waiting for it to respawn, going back to kill a small camp. You can try and kill a neutral camp, pop the Tranquil Boots, stack the small camp at the last second, and then go and take out 2 small camps at the same time. And that's a way more efficient way to do it. Because when there's that many weaker creeps hitting you, and you see I stacked this one, which I might not be able to take it still, even with my Tranquil Boots. I might be able to. I think I will, mostly because I killed one of the creeps there already. And I get kind of lucky, I get another Satyr camp, which gives more attacks. So yeah, I'm getting hit for a lot, but instead of it being like a Centaur, which would be really annoying, and he do a stun, you can see I'm also attacking the highest highest creep. So the more creeps there are, the really better it is for Axe. And my triangle boots definitely came in handy there. I would have died probably if it weren't for my triangle boots. Now I can do the small camp again. See how quickly he just wipes that out when he gets lucky on those counter helixes, especially since it's level 3 now. But like I was saying about Battle Hunger's gotten buffed a couple times. It's actually pretty ridiculous now. At level 4, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. It does 33 damage over 19 seconds, which is about 600 damage, I think. 600. I mean, I'm sorry. It's 33 damage over 19 seconds. Yeah, that's what I said. So, yeah, it's a lot of damage over time. And once again, I don't know if I was trying to stack that or not. I don't know why. No chance of doing that. 15 seconds. But, so Battle Hunger is a great laning tool. If you're laning as Axe, which he is a pretty strong laner now, just because of one, Battle Hunger being really powerful. But 2, once he has an advantage in lane, he can push it really well with counter helix. And he can also dive really well because he's a strength hero, of course. Right here I see that Puck's getting dived on. And so I try and help, but I just missed Shadow Shot. I can't believe we were that close to each other. I guess I just decided to keep jungling. Oh yeah, I see him and I kind of warn everyone he's going top. And once again, Death Prophet's right there and I don't see her. That's awful. We really need ward vision. Again, like our 2 supports are my friends and they don't like to buy wards, they don't really like to buy courier. Definitely something to learn. Like when I first started out playing, I played support first and foremost because support doesn't need farm. I wasn't that good at farming yet. And I kind of got in the habit of always buying a courier as soon as I get into a match. Here I see that, fail Battle Hunger right there. Fail Battle Hunger. I think Lycan even makes fun of me a little bit. Yeah, he does. But I see Puck's missing, and I see they're trying to push on the tower, and with counter helix, Axe is a very good counter pusher.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was my second game as Axe, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I played Axe more than once. But still.
Go easy, worms.
So, Zeus dies again. What's that? So, unfortunately, he's kind of feeding Void at this point. 4 and 1 Void, 2 and 0 Phantom Lancer. He puts his ult out. Now it's just us, and I know he's not gonna live long. Oh, I should have ultied Void. Oh, he dies anyway. He dies from Battle Hunger, thank God. Yeah, this is pretty much my death, I think. Yep.
The cruelest cut.
I managed to kill Void at least, which screws up his killing streak. But still, this is kind of annoying. Why aren't I looking at the battle? Okay, there we go. So this Puck kind of like goes in on her own, does pretty it's pretty gutsy. Manages to get out of it, I think. Kind of pinned in though. I come back, bring myself a vitality booster.
Dire's top tower.
The thing about Axe, look, poor Puck's just surrounded down there. The thing about Axe is you want to get tanky really fast so you can afford to take those hits for your team. And so an early Vanguard, the faster you get that Vanguard, the better.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I go ahead and TP. Yeah, that was the right TP choice. Puck lives. So we're basically just trying to push him off this tower.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Get him out of our jungle. No, I'm not gonna get him with Battle Hunger. Zeus manages to get Death Prophet, which is awesome.
You'd still be alive.
But this should have been an easy lane for them to win, and this is why. They're 2 ranged supports playing against Void, who is a very hard carry, needs a lot of farm. If he doesn't have it early, he's not that great of a laner. He really needs to be babysat. And his lane partner was Phantom Lancer, who's exactly the same. Like, he's a pretty hard carry. He needs a lot of farm. He's not really good until he's able to spam his Phantom Lance. So you can see I can just zone him out like that. No problem. I'm not afraid of him. there's not much he can do unless he gets some TP support. And I can just stand here and tank the creep wave and counter helix. Death Pop would have to be a little bit scared of. I don't have enough tank to quite kill her, quite take her on my own, but she gets low on health and I can just ulti her. Battle Hunger, Battle Hunger, Battle Hunger. He dies anyway. He dies from Venomancer poison. I should have Battle Hungered there. Battle Hunger is a great way to just finish off people because it does so much damage over time. And obviously if they're running away trying to get back to base, they're not going to be stopping to get a last hit.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So thanks to the pushing power of Venomancer and Axe, because Axe can tank creep waves really well, Venomancer can put down his wards, just really create that creep presence around a tower. We're able to push the first tower, and that momentum really saved us a lot because they were definitely creeping in our jungle a lot, and I managed to get my Vanguard, which is nice. 14 minutes, not that great. But jungles and creeps in the jungle do give you less gold and experience than normal. But that's the nice thing about having a jungler is that Puck's now a higher level. She can survive these engagements because she got solo farm, because she got solo levels. And really what I should be doing is trying to push mid, because creeps in lane are worth so much more. I'll be able to get better farm. So look at that, I can just Battle Hunger, and like there's no creeps around for him to be able to take. He's going to take the full duration of Battle Hunger, which is level 3 now, so 27 damage over 16 seconds. It's like it tries to come in to get Zeus. I Battle Hunger him, which might be a mistake. I could have, if I had done...
What happened? That's happened!
If instead of casting Battle Hunger I had cast Berserker's Call, maybe Zeus might not have died. Because I would have just tanked Lycan's damage, which is pretty mediocre at this point. I don't think he has a lot of farm. Death Prophet makes the mistake of just hanging around. Venomancer misses his ult, but that's okay. So I'm taking a little bit of damage from... Void gets really aggressive. Nice ult by Puck. Well, could have been nicer. But I mean...
Come to pass!
That ult just destroys me. My counter helix managed to kill Void though, at the very least. So Void hasn't gotten, he's just died twice since I helped kill him that time. So setting it back like that's very important. Puck's 4-1, I'm 4-2, so we're definitely doing the best. Let's see, last hits. I had the most last hits by a lot, but keep in mind that almost all of them, almost every single one, are creep kills in the jungle, which again, less experience, less gold. So not quite as valuable, but I probably do have the most net worth. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Yeah, I have the highest net worth by quite a bit. Puck's behind me. Unfortunately, Phantom Lancer has a decent amount. And Tiny's not doing so great, and obviously neither Venomancer or Zeus. Venomancer or Zeus doesn't really matter that much, but Tiny really does need some farm. He needs mana boots or something to counter his mana, very serious mana problems. And then obviously once he gets some other items like Aghanim Scepter, he can start pushing towers really effectively. So what does he even have right now? He has mana boots and an Aura Club, which is not that great, but not horrible either. Venomancer with the Ring of Basilius, which isn't bad. Not great, but not bad. I really wish he would buy wards, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Blasphemy!
Zeus dies again. He's going for Aghanims. A lot of mana boots in this game, which is great for Axe. The second best boots are on Axe are probably mana boots. That way he can spam Battle Hunger. He can afford to use all his abilities in a battle. But right now I'm going for Blade Mail because I know that not much I can do to help Venomancer there. She's pretty dead. Yeah, Battle Hunger kills her.
To me, axe is not axe.
You actually still counter Helix.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Puck did a really good job of being gutsy and staying in the battle there,
You get nothing.
and letting me continue to counter Helix. Between my damage of counter Helix and Berserker's Call, and Puck's Orb, we did a ton of damage to them. I mean, they don't have a lot of health yet. You can see poor Phantom Lance, we just have to back off. Like, I'm tanking a tower, I'm tanking 4 creeps, and he still can't fight me. That's really the power of early Axe. Because he can pretty much deal with anything, assuming you get that early HP, which I do. 1400 at 20 minutes, pretty good.
Dire's middle tower is under
Deny
attack.
bottom tower, which is nice. See, I'm okay with tanking this tower, as long as they don't do that, as long as they don't TP in. Void's not super threatening, but if he has his ult up, then that's a problem. I decided to harass him with Battle Hunger, which probably wasn't the best idea, considering he was attacking my creeps at the time. Kind of a waste of my mana. You do have to be a little bit conservative with Axe's mana, because he is a strength hero with a very small int gain and small mana pool. So I decided to go back to the jungle. I really want to get my Blade
Radiant's
Mail,
middle tower is under attack.
because as soon as I get Blade Mail, I just decided to scare away Lycan like that. But as soon as I get Blade Mail, that's going to be very effective against Death Prophet, because her ult's very aggravating. I have a decent amount of armor now with Blade Mail, but in addition to the armor, because Death Prophet's ult is
Dire's
physical,
middle tower is under attack.
so armor does reduce its damage a little bit, even though you would think it would be magical. But also, Blade Mail will reflect some of that damage, I believe.
Dire's top
Lycan
tower
2, pretty
is
much
under
all of
attack.
them. Well, Lycan and Death Prophet right now are my main concerns, and Blade Mail works really well against both of them. Especially if I get a good Berserker's Call off on... If I get a good Berserker's Call off on Lycan, and he has to attack me instead of chasing Puck or chasing Venomancer. So, Tiny's up all by himself up there, and I even ping that enemies are there, and he doesn't leave soon enough. He gets 3-man ganked. Pretty sure he dies. Venomancer TP's top trying to defend, but I know that they're not here. I know that they're all grouped up there, so I'm gonna try and push mid down. At least, even if they like take that kill and move it into pushing down our top tower, at least I'll get a good trade for it, you know.
Dire's middle tower is under
And I always,
attack.
as Axe, I always move past the creep wave behind the tower. That puts you in a more risky position, but that also means that you tank the creep wave, which means that you can see I'm kind of struggling to find Phantom Lancer in the creeps. I'm trying to Battle Hunger, and I end up Battle Hungering a creep. Ugh.
Dire's
He
middle
could have
tower
denied
has
that. I didn't even
fallen.
realize he was still there. I didn't realize he used Topple Walk. Because I didn't even try and last hit it. I was freaking out about the creeps. And so now I know that they're probably hanging out top. It's, again, ships passing in the night. Ridiculous.
A pack of me.
But I just don't. I want to make sure they don't press past that tier 1 tower and transition into a tier 2 push. But it doesn't look like they're going to.
Double damage.
So right now as Axe, I have pretty good items. This is still pretty scary. I walk right into them. I get Lycan to attack me. I really should have hit my Blade Mail while Lycan was attacking me, but that's okay. I have it up now, and it's reflecting a lot of Death Prophet. And Death Prophet keeps chasing while she's losing a bunch of life. And he uses
My hero died.
his ult on me by myself at like 2 health.
To my ancestors.
He should really back off at this point. Zeus should. He managed to get the kill on.
Mountains to dust.
He managed to get the kill on Void at least, which is awesome. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna pay for that. Venomancer just calmly farming away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And then gets a random kill. So at this point we should, or our team should, I'm dead, but our team should transition into trying to push bottom, because look how pushed out that creep wave is.
Dire's bottom tower
We
is
could
under
easily
attack.
push in to try and get damage on that. But I mean, Lycan comes to defend it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But that's okay. We transitioned it into a bit of a mid push, which mid's always valuable to take, of course, especially when you're against the Dire side. If you can push down that mid tower fast, then that's a lot less Roshan control they have. Because if they buy back, they can TP right onto their tier 2 and get into the fight just as quickly as our tier 1. Void makes the mistake of coming back in. It's a little bit of a waste on that Culling Blade, but I did want to make sure that, I mean, he made the mistake of falling back in with such low health. He really can't do much besides ulti at this point. He just doesn't have enough farm, and I wanted to make sure I punished him for that. I didn't want him to time walk away.
Is blunted.
Once again, Death Prophet's ult's a little bit too much damage. I definitely sat in his ult for way too long. I was chasing him around for a long time, not even doing damage besides my counter helix. I'm going to focus on Puck while we're doing this, because Puck's made a lot of really nice plays this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here I am.
Puck just makes sure that it doesn't take any harass or get
Dire's
hexed or anything while he's on his way out. Pretty nice item build. I don't know what he's going to turn the Ring of Health into, though. Could be working on a Bloodstone, I think? Yeah, I think it was a Bloodstone. Although then I don't know what the Staff of Wizardry's for. Zeus makes the mistake of walking uphill to place a ward, finds 3 enemies, gets bursted down. Those are just little things that you need to do as a support, is when you are warding, make sure you don't walk uphill to place them, because your enemies, especially if you don't have vision of any of the enemies, like there were no enemies on the map, he couldn't see a single one, had no idea where any of the 5 were, and he walked uphill to place it. Venomancer ults creeps, why? Void even laughs about it. That's what that was about. Okay. I mean, he's Aghanim Scepter, but still, it's long. 120-second cooldown that he just wasted on some random creeps. Alright, so I'm back alive. I get another Vitality booster. I'm trying to get a heart now. Shadow Shaman's invis and he accidentally gets silenced. Void actually might be pretty screwed here. Yep. That's definitely going to kill him. Oh, he pops his ult though. He does like no damage to me though, even with Lycan helping. Blade Mail, Blade Mail, Blade Mail. I should have popped my Blade Mail ages ago. Ages. Battle Hunger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Had so many opportunities to Battle Hunger him. I could have killed both of them, honestly, if I had just not been stupid about it. All I had to do was pop my Blade Mail as soon as I got out of Void's ulti, because there was a gap between Void's ulti and then Shadow Shaman hexing me. Battle Hunger gets the kill on Shadow Shaman, but I could have killed both. I really could have. And so again, Tranquil Boots comes in handy. I'm a really low health and full mana, so Mana Boots would do nothing for me. I forget why we can see him. Does someone have a gem? Fuck, nope. Nope, no gem. Tiny almost has his Aghanims. Aghanims is a lot better on Tiny when you actually already have attack speed, but you also do need the extra health and mana pool. So right now we're just kind of dicking around their jungle, which is really not smart. I mean, I could be farming creeps at least, which is what I just end up deciding to do. I think we were hoping to transition into a push on their tier 2, but the creep wave was all the way back, as you can see, by Venomancer at our tower. So we would have had to either backdoor it, or run all the way back to our tower, and by then it's not really a good strategy anymore. It just takes too long, and they're going to see us pushing from a mile away, and they'll be able to group up as 5, and the team fight might not go as well. Luckily, I mean, look at the net worth our team, 4 out of 5 are the top 4. I just kind of harass Void back a little bit. I know he just uses ult on me, so. I Berserker Call, Tiny throws me in and I Berserker Call. Again, Blade Mail! Use the Blade Mail! Why get Blade Mail if you're not going to use it? Definitely a big mistake. I mean, I knew that there were a couple times, like 1 time or 2 times, that I didn't use Blade Mail when I should have. But, oh, this is horrible to look at. Blade Mail is so useful, but it's not useful. I mean, it still gets you some stat. It still gets you damage, armor, a little bit more of a mana pool, which is nice as Axe. But if you get Blade Mail, it's all about that damage reflect. And I Berserker called on 3 people. You have to Blade Mail there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, it dies again. Like, I ulti poor Lycan as soon as he moves out like that. Again, Blade Mail. Blade Mail probably would have killed her. She was at like no health. I couldn't. I was a little bit too skittish there, I think, because I was at such low health. And I have a good chunk of gold. I'm trying to save up for my Reaver. If I can get my Reaver, I'm super tanky. Now, at this point, other people might get a Blink Dagger. You see a lot of Axe players actually do get Blink Dagger, and that's because it really lets you get into a good, fast position for Berserker's Call. Make sure you get as big of a Berserker's Call as possible. Instead of just like getting it on 1 or 2 people, you can get, you know, big 4 or 5 man Berserker's Call, pop your Blade Mail, and it's almost like you just ravaged. But I wasn't confident that my team was going to be able to follow up appropriately. I mean, the Puck's done a really good job with her ultis and with making sure that she does as much as she can during team fights. But other than that, I'm not confident about our team's follow-up. So if I just blink in Berserker's Call, I mean, that's less farm that I try and battle hunger an illusion. But that's less farm that I could have to be tanky, you know. So if I'm not going to get the appropriate follow-up, and if I'm not confident about being able to get those 4 or 5 man blinks, oh, very nice. Toss ulti. Oh, and Lycan lives. You can see, he just, even with a Mask of Madness, he really doesn't. I finally popped the Blade Mail. Look how easy that teamfight was because I popped the Blade Mail. I even get away with 90 health, 50 health. Run, Axe, run. 50 health. The Venomancer does a great job of blocking there for me. I think they might even, yep, he even killed Shadow Shaman. It's a shame that, oh, Lycan didn't even get away. I think that was Zeus ult, probably. Not sure. But despite Puck dying, and Puck's pretty much our most valuable player next to me, that was a really good team fight for us. We continue to delay. We continue to delay Void's farm because he literally does like no damage to me right now. I only have 16 armor, which is actually less than I thought I had, but I do have 2600 health, and I do quite a bit of damage. And even with Mask of Madness on, he really doesn't do that much. So what I decided to do here is, obviously we lost Puck, we lost Tiny, and I was at really low health. There was no way we were going to be able to push up the high ground to get that Rax, I don't think, despite that being a good team fight win. So I decided to defend our tier 2 and push out the wave and hopefully take down their last tier 2. Again, I really like that split pushing strategy, but I definitely think it was the right choice this time. My teammates weren't going to be team fighting anytime soon. So now all I'm looking to do is finish off my heart, which will give me a ton of regen, and I'll be able to tank a lot. I mean, again, who's really the big damage dealer? At this point, with all this health, Death Prophet's, and there right by my heart, Death Prophet's ult doesn't do quite as much to me, just because it's doing a less of a percent of my health. So look at that. Void can't even take on Puck one-on-one. This is kind of a bad team fight too for us. I have Berserker's Call to save Puck. Blade Mail! Why wouldn't you Blade Mail? There, I finally triggered Blade Mail, but it's definitely too late. And I don't even have mana to cull him, but look at how low they all are. That was 2 on 5.
You can't run from heaven.
Luckily Zeus managed to finish off at least Shadow Shaman, but he doesn't get the other two who were really low health.
Dire's bottom tower is
I'm
under
gonna go back
attack.
to Puck Vision because pretty nice item build. I like the Perseverance. Only problem this way is it doesn't have a ton of health, but the Aghanims helps with that a little bit, I guess, between the Ogre Club and the Point Booster. So it's a pretty nice build. It's a little bit interesting. The only problem is we don't have anyone building a mech. Venomancer's not building a mech. He's building...
Dire's structures
that might be,
fortified.
like, you would... That could be a Force Staff, but I know from the game it's actually a Shadow Blade, which is extremely late Shadow Blade. I mean, where is he going to Shadow Blade into? All they have left is their base. Nowhere to really Shadow Blade.
Illusion!
Tiny's going for an AC. He actually managed to do a lot of damage, but again, he needs that attack speed. He really needs the, oh, he's getting permabashed too by Void. Puck comes in, tries to save him, doesn't do it.
Do not stand against us.
Pretty bad ult by Void, but he wanted to guarantee that kill, I guess. Nice dodging by Puck. Almost kills Lycan even. If it weren't for that Hex, she would have gotten away.
It matters not to me.
So I have my heart now, despite dying that time. That was, I mean, again, that was a really bad team fight in the jungle back there. It was 2 on 5. It was a pretty cocky move for us to do that. I think Puck really wanted to jump on Void because, obviously, in the end game, and at the end of things, Void is the real threat. He's the one who can get really big and just like 1v5 our team. Things get really bad.
For this, I gave up immortality.
Okay, so at this point we've been getting picked off one by one a little bit too often. We're kind of losing our experience advantage. Tyne and I are in the lead, but Death Prophet and Shadow Shaman are starting to pick back up. Lycan's got nothing this game. So he's pretty much a non-factor. Gold per minute. Yeah, 363 for me. Yeah, Lycan's at 186. This is really what happens when you choose this many heroes that all need this much farm. I mean, Death Prophet really isn't a good hero until you get some tanky items on her. Like Bloodstone's really good on her. Even a Heart can be good on her, but it's kind of an expensive item. Doesn't give you any damage or any mana regen. Bloodstone's really better. But even like a Vanguard, if you have to do something like that, can be really good on her. But until you get that tankiness to make her ult stay around for as long as possible, she's really not that great a hero. She dies really easily. She's pretty fragile. Voids obviously needs a ton of farm. We're gonna get jumped on. I caught my Blade Mail immediately. They all just surround us, which is a big mistake because I can do a great Berserker's Call. Again, this is also why I didn't get a Blink Dagger, because this is lower skill level. Alright. So I back off to use Tranquil Boots. But anyway, like I was saying, that's the thing about these lower skilled, lower tier games, is players tend to group up more, and so it's easier to get off those AoE abilities like Berserker's Call, or Tide Ravage, or Echo Slam, or Epicenter, or whatever. Because people tend to group up, especially in a big team fight, they all just want to like focus and be right next to their target, and it's usually a pretty bad idea. And you can see, like, I'm able to solo hold our
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
mid tier 1 tower. That's how much we're winning this game. We still haven't taken their top tier 2. We keep having these big team fights there, and then we're not able to follow up and take it out, which is really surprising and kind of weird. I definitely should have gone back up there and finished the tier 2, which I think I realize now. I might be heading up there. Yeah, I am. Puck and I head up there and try and take that out. Unfortunately, we kind of lost our initiative there. I mean, they lost, I think, 4 people in that team fight, and now that they're all back up, we're gonna have to have another team fight there probably. I send my illusion up to the creep wave. Your illusions also counter helix, which is pretty awesome. So I send 1 to top, I send 1 to mid, and they both help push the waves, and then I farm the jungle so that I can get extra farm. Pretty neat thing you can do with Axe with illusions, actually. Sadly, that's the only opportunity I had. I saw Void there, and I know that he still can't really fight me, so I go ahead and battle hunger him. Unfortunately, Death Prophet shows up. We take the tower. This is another mistake that players tend to do at low skill games. I refresh the battle hunger. That actually might get the kill if he doesn't get to the jump. If he doesn't get to the fountain fast enough.
Not Axe.
Yeah, Death Prophet's getting a little bit too tanky. Like, she'll probably get back to the fountain fine. But again, Shadow Shaman did a really good job blocking me there, hexing me onto the tower, making sure I took extra damage. Yeah, this was a mistake too. Diving this far. I actually managed to get a couple kills. Run! 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 I died. And that was pretty stupid dive. I probably should have helped focus the tower there, and I shouldn't have chased Shadow Shaman for so long. Because I don't have a BKB or anything, so I do take a lot of damage when I'm hexed. Hexing Axe actually doesn't disable your counter helix, which is a pretty cool thing I didn't know about Axe. I mean, you would think you're turned into a chicken. How are you going to swing your axe around when you put the axe in your little chicken beak and swing it around? But you do still counter helix when you're hexed, which is pretty cool. So they basically traded 3 heroes just to kill me, and we managed to take their racks that way. Hopefully no one dies on the way out here. It's interesting how little the Lycan can seem to do, even with the BKB up. I mean, he's even getting blocked by his own wolves there. He just can't kill anyone. Nice shackle. But at the same time, even though they're getting some kills back, I mean, look how even the kills are, 42 to 37. But the gold per minute, we're all at the top. Our lowest Venomancer is still 277. Their highest Shadow Shaman's 248. And then experience per minute, pretty much the same. Zeus is falling behind, Venomancer's falling behind, but I'm at 642. I'm level 22. Their highest is 19. And he's the least carry on their team too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But like I was saying, that's kind of what happens when you have a team that's basically all carries or needs a ton of farm.
To me!
I mean, Death Prophet, like I said, really needs some tank, needs some items, needs some levels for her ult to be really effective, and so she can survive throughout a team fight. Void does, as you can see, like no damage. Lycan's basically doing nothing when his ult's down. Phantom Lancer has nothing, I don't think. What does he have? He has Tranquil Boots, Vlads, and a BK. Or sorry, that's Lycan. For some reason I can't. Alright, there we go. He has Vlad's and a Diffusal and Treads, which is at 42 minutes. That's basically nothing. So what I decided to go for here is Shiva's. One, because a lot of their damage is again physical. Come on, Culling Blade. Yeah. Culling Blade is such an exciting ability to use. That blood spray is so visceral. And we can finally finish taking their racks here. Just kind of scaring Shadow Shaman back. And then Shadow Shaman, he's a support technically, but he also needs a lot of levels so he can get his hack, so he can get his hex and get his shackle. Basically, he needs all 4 of his skills to be leveled up very quickly in order to be effective. Plus, he's very squishy, so he also needs to get some tanks so he can survive and repeatedly use his disables. So the fact that they picked so many heroes that need farm means that their early game was that miserable. That's why it was so bad. Plus, I'm trying to save Puck, but I don't quite get there in time.
It is no great matter.
That poor Lycan. I love Culling Blade, and I love Culling Blade to Lycan because he can have such ridiculously high movement speed. Nice toss there by Tiny, pretty much ensuring a kill there.
Kill. 20 hacks from the axe of axe.
And as you can see, there's really not much. Even though they have so many heroes that scale well with farm, they're just not getting it. They're stuck in their base. We're constantly pressuring their lanes. We're constantly pressuring their barracks. There's really not much they can do. They really need like a ridiculously good Void ulti while Death Province ulti's going, so that way Void gets some free hits. Hopefully, probably takes out Puck or Tiny's. Actually, they don't really want to focus me because without my teammates, even though I have a good amount of farm, without my teammates, I probably can't do enough damage to kill everyone. And then Shadow Shaman can just use his disables to keep me down. So he kind of stacks his stuns there, which is a bit of a mistake. I mean, for a good second and a half, I was both hexed and shackled. And that was kind of turned into a weird team fight where everyone shows up. Venomancer shows up. And Void just kind of stands there and takes an axe to the face. Poor Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman even dies from the battle hunger. And this is basically it. I mean, what's Lycan gonna do? Not much. Pug misses his ult, but that's okay. He's had good ults all game.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
I move up so I can get my Shiva's Guard. Shiva's Guard obviously protects me from a lot of the right clicks even more. I'm up to a ridiculous amount of armor. 39, plus another 30 when I use Berserker's Call. It's an obscene amount of armor. And Shiva's will also let me slow them when I shut the change too. So I thought Shiva's was a good choice. I maybe could have gone Blink at this point, but I mean, there's not much point. We're already in their base. We don't even need to take mid-racks, we're just taking their base at this point. Look how little damage her nuke does anymore. It's not even relevant. Blade Mail. I got no one with that Berserker Call, which is definitely bad. But I can just stand there and take her ult, take Lycan in the face, not doing anything to me. Between my heart and my Shivas, I just don't take that much physical damage at all. And they're almost all physical damage. Their only real magical damage is all from Shadow Shaman. He's dead. And look how effective that Shiva's Guard was too. But that's it. So, things I could have done more effectively. Definitely could have... my item build was solid, but I definitely could have used Blade Mail way more effectively. I kind of got the handle of it toward the end of the game, but still, definitely could have used it more effectively. What else? I feel like we pushed in all the right places. It took us way too long to push their top tier 2. Definitely a mistake there. Kind of hung around in their jungle, not doing anything, not being productive. But this game definitely made me appreciate Axe as a hero. I didn't really think I would like him until I played this game, and I really enjoyed him. He's a very visceral hero. Everything you do just feels awesome. Like counter-helixing creeps or heroes really feels like you're just chewing through an army by yourself. Culling Blade's very satisfying. Axe is a pretty cool hero. So if you liked this game, please give it a like, and thanks a lot for watching.